Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Michigan Avenue. Welcome to Chicago. We got bright, beautiful sunshine, 70 degrees. End of August. We got the whole Labor Day weekend ahead of us. We have a beautiful forecast. It's going to get back in the 90s. It'll be great beach weather for the last summer fling here, and usually September is a great weather month. So I'm gonna head to the Riverwalk. I know you've seen the Riverwalk a million times, but I was here earlier in the week and I was testing out the vertical YouTube app, and so I want to film it horizontal using Streamlabs here. Thanks for tuning in. Let me make sure I got the chat on here and make sure I don't hit the mute button. So they put the mute button next to the chat button if I toggle between the chat and the mute. But thanks for tuning in. No need to comment. I'll be able to. There's some bikes going down Michigan Avenue. Look at this beautiful sunshine. That's why I want to take advantage of this. We'll go to the confluence of the north and south branches of the Chicago River. There's nice views of the merchandise mart and other stuff there, and then we'll head back through the theater district. I might cut through Daily Plaza because today's Thursday. They'll be having the farmers market. We were there earlier, but I want to be able to film it in landscape mode. And there's usually a stage set up with either speakers or entertainment, or there'll be something going on. Doug, thanks for tuning in. Diego, thanks for tuning in. AC, yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, well, we're slowly rebuilding the backup TikTok. I'm above 650. It takes a while to build back to 1,000. I think we're doing it in record time because I was banned a week and a half ago. Or was it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago I was banned. And TikTok won't allow you to, unless... There's people that buy followers. I'm not going to do that. I'm not giving TikTok any more of my money because TikTok stole my subscriber money, wouldn't refund my subscribers. They stole my tip money, and they stole the creator fund money. And I think that's why they banned me. They just didn't want to pay. But that's my opinion, and they won't tell me the reason. So since they won't tell me the reason, I'll create a reason, and that's it. Our mind fills in the gap. Good afternoon, Dolores. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, the Cubs are doing good. I'm glad you went to the Cubs game this week, Doug. That's great. You guys got to see the Cubs beat Milwaukee 1-0. That game, the first inning, they got the run, and then they pitching in the bullpen hung on, and yeah, the Cubs are giving. At least they're in the race, I wish the White Sox were doing better, but all we know about the White Sox is they're talking about trying to build a new stadium and move to Nashville. That's just what we need on top of the Bears and moving to Arlington Heights. Now the White Sox want to move. What's next? Welcome to Chicago. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Good afternoon, Dolores. Good afternoon, Doug. And yeah, we got bright, beautiful sunshine. That's why I'm like, what a good day to film the Riverwalk at lunchtime, landscape mode. We got beautiful 70 degrees, hardly any wind. We'll see if we see some tour boats going by. Maybe we'll get lucky and see some kayakers. Look, you can get the whole bridge in there. Yeah, it looks nice. How's the water looking? Yeah. Today would be a great day to go on the kayak. We'll head down the Riverwalk and see what's shaking. See if anybody's eating outside. Everybody got plans for Labor Day. Look, we're underneath the DuSable Michigan Avenue Bridge. That's great. I'm glad it's coming through. Isn't the resolution nice in landscape? People can watch on their TV screens. You can turn the phone sideways, and we can still film the tall buildings, historic buildings. Watch people on the Riverwalk here. Yeah, the Bridge House. People are sitting outside in the sun. right along the river. Yeah, we need Cody Bellinger. That would help out. I know I know we're past the trade deadline, but yeah, I mean, they got to do something. And yeah, isn't that nice? That's what we discovered. See what we discovered by TikTok banning me. I this whole time I could have been streaming on YouTube in better resolution, and so thanks to TikTok for banning me. They lost a customer, and they thank you for coming along, going to a different platform. I'll still have a backup presence on TikTok so people can find me. People are still today, I'm having conversations with people that they were like, what happened? We were looking for you, you know, and thanks for searching for me, not forgetting about me, and finding me on different platforms. I'm still posting some of the archived TikToks that were deleted unfairly. And here we got a boat, clock tower. What time we got? 12:15 in the PM, Chicago time. We'll go by O'Brien's. Yeah, I'm on that. Now we're on TV. Not only did they give me a radio station, they gave me a TV station. YouTube TV, isn't this great? Yeah, we can showcase Chicago and other cities. I plan to, like this winter, I plan to go to New Orleans. I plan to maybe get out to the West Coast, try out some California cities. I would love to go to New York someday and walk around New York, but we're doing Chicago because this is where I live. I've lived here for the last 25 years, as you guys know. Hopefully we'll build a new audience on YouTube, people that aren't on TikTok. And TikTok's got to get their act together. But people still love that app. I know I'm not asking anybody to get off of TikTok. I know that's where we found each other. So we'll continue to post reruns. Here's Chicago's First Lady. Look how nice that looks. Yeah, top tier. Best in private events. Heading under the Wabash Avenue Bridge. There, look at the Marina Towers. They're looking nice. Corn cob buildings. It's corn. A big lump with knobs. It's got the juice. Everybody's tired of that song. I know it's been around for over a year. There's the Chicago Brew House. People are sitting out. Look at all these people by the Riverwalk. Yeah. There's a kayaker. I'd hope we see a kayaker. Hey, we got the Vietnam War Memorial Plaza with the names of the fallen over there from Chicago. All sides of the city. West, south, and north. The city we share. There comes a water taxi, some more pleasure craft. We'll head around here, we'll get these kayakers coming by. Yeah. TV. Remember whenever we all wanted to get on TV, and now anybody can be on TV. And there's so many TV stations that some people will be famous and I don't even know who they are because they're famous to other people, but you got to watch the same channel, and there's millions of channels now. Here, look at the great kayakers going by here. We got the nice little pleasure craft behind here. Look at all this activity. And here we got the Star of Chicago going underneath State Street. One boat goes one way, one goes the other. Yeah, we're trying to build a following on YouTube. Thanks for helping out. Thanks for watching it. Slowly but surely, we'll build it back. And I can't wait till I can go live on TikTok again and tell everybody, because people are looking for me and they don't know where to find me. And until I go live, get 1,000 followers again, you know, they're scrolling through and they just assumed, you know, I was finally kidnapped or something happened. They forgot about me. That's okay. You see, these are these electric boats you can rent. These little electric boats. It's a nice way to get on the river. You can call that number or go online. Then you can rent these boats. The little pink one, someone else took out the other one. They're like the 50s style with the fins. Look how nice it looks with the sunshine. What a beautiful day. Yeah. Look at this, we're underneath the Marina Towers. Yeah. Oh yeah, and see that's the other reason. Thanks for bringing it up. You know, our hearts and thoughts still go out to the people of Maui that were affected by the Lahaina fire. You know, and I know what you're talking about. You know, I was documenting all sides of the city, south, west, and north, trying to go to different neighborhoods. I didn't get to all the neighborhoods, but you know, for them just to delete all the people's comments. People made comments that lived in all those areas, and they would be like, yeah, you know, my grandparents were married at that church. You know, that used to be a Goldblatt store or something like. They deleted all the comments. They how cruel. You know, if I messed up, yeah, you know, punish me. Don't punish everybody else that enjoyed the videos and, you know, parks and festivals that we filmed. You know, we experienced it together, and for them just to delete it all, it makes me very angry, and I will continue to be angry and not forget how they treat their customers, which is not right. And so TikTok doesn't have a monopoly. We can go to other platforms, and they can anger their user base, just like MySpace did. And people stopped using MySpace and switched to Facebook. We can do the same thing with TikTok. And so I'm going to be an influencer and influence people away from TikTok. I'm not asking anybody to get off of TikTok. I'm just saying be careful. It happened to Darren Monroe. It happened to me. It could happen to you. And there's no phone number to call. There's no human. It's just an algorithmic robot. And then you're talking to their lawyers, and they're like, hire a lawyer, hire a web-page forensic technologist. And then I'm like, well, did they ban me just so I would pay them to get my account back? It's like blackmail, you know. Anyway, so you see they're still working on the Dearborn Street Bridge here. This has been under construction all summer. And look at that pontoon. This is the boat that cleans the water. So look, this pontoon boat, it improves water quality, prevents flooding. They scoop up garbage. See, they scoop up that little piece of garbage there. That's why they drove over there, and they skim that's what makes the Chicago River cleaner, because people do dump garbage in the river. Sometimes you'll see a bag of garbage somebody will throw off the bridge, and then that boat goes around streets and sand, but also the river, cleans up the river. Isn't that nice? For the kayakers, so the kayakers don't have to paddle through garbage on the Chicago River. That's the, look, and there's Chicago's little lady coming through. Marina Towers. Port tour boats. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'm missing some of the chat there. Thanks for being a loyal fan base. We'll build it back. Look, I get to revisit. I get to go back to Little Village and film it in landscape. I get to go back to Humboldt Park, film it in landscape. I get to go back to Kenwood and Hyde Park and Pullman and film it in landscape. The historic Pullman neighborhood, 111th to 114th Street. We'll take more train rides. We'll film it in landscape. We'll put it on YouTube. We'll post the reruns on Instagram and YouTube so people can still watch the reruns. I'm not ruling out going live on TikTok, but I'll warn people. I'll be like, we can be banned at any time for any reason. Oh, they got a photo shoot going on here. This is great. Look at this beautiful day for a photo shoot on the Chicago River. It's great. And then look, Chicago cycle boats right there. He's not cycling, he's using the trolling motor. There's a piece of log there, I guess that, but here, look, they're doing the photo shoot right here. Look at that nice backdrop. Yeah. Do a photo shoot on the Chicago River. Beautiful day. And we'll still have beach weather this weekend for Labor Day. The beaches will still be open. It'll be 90 degrees with lifeguards, and we'll enjoy last fling in the Lake Michigan. This is the time of the year when the water's the warmest. So it's a good time to go swimming in Lake Michigan if you want to, if you're in Chicago. Yeah, we'll get to go back. Yeah, the high rises. Look at this Britannica building. And this is generally the area where the Eastland disaster was. We've talked about that several times. I was able to salvage that video and repost it on YouTube. And so we'll talk, you know, you can look up the Eastland disaster. It happened just after the Titanic. A boat rolled over here in 1915 and over 800 people perished. It was very tragic. And it just listed, it just rolled over. They couldn't keep it upright because it was too top heavy. Yeah. Well, that's what we get for dealing with a nameless, faceless, Cayman-based bite dance corporation that we don't even sure where the money goes. And you know, it's a lesson learned. You know, wait till AI, where we're just dealing with artificial intelligence algorithms that run nuclear power plants, and then something goes wrong and the robot's like, no, I'm not going to shut down the reactor. And you're like, who invested in all this AI? They told us artificial intelligence, like the algorithm. You know, the algorithm can be really stupid sometimes. It can delete you for a technicality, and you're like, wait a second, don't delete everything. Let's just delete the video that you know, I'm willing to lose some of the content, but not all the content. Look at the kayakers going underneath the LaSalle Street Bridge. You can see the cars moving, the shadows. Yeah, beautiful sunshine. Yeah, we'll head over here over Wells. Jonathan, thanks for tuning in. Sharon, yeah. Bonjour, adios. Hello, goodbye. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks for tuning in. It might be the Britannica building. See how the Britannica building, I see your comment, Lisa. Thanks for that. The Britannica building has a clock in the middle of it. So which building did they downsize? I'll look into that. I don't know off the top of my head. That's a good question. Anybody else know the answer to Lisa's question, which building they downsized? They did, you know, they did move the L around some of the, you know, there's a church on the Brown Line where the L goes around the back of it. They did that 100 years ago, or over 100 years ago when they built that section. And yeah, I'm sure there's other buildings that were impacted by the L that they had to change. And it could be by the hospitals, I'm not sure. That's a good question. See, Chicago's so vast, the history's so large, and the city's so vast that I don't know. I don't claim to know everything. Sometimes I get things wrong. Sometimes you get names and dates wrong. People ask questions that stump me, which is good. It's good questions. We're having an intelligent conversation. And yeah, look at all these boats. By the Merchandise Mart here. Thanks for tuning in. We got 14 people at lunchtime. This is great. There's the Quaker Oats building. Go by the Merchandise Mart here. Yeah, I got to be careful around the Merchandise Mart. Security's been escorting me off the premises. Even that Riverfront Esplanade that you think's public, it's really corporate space. But here, look at the gardens here, the floating gardens. This floats on top of the river where these plants are at here. Look at all the people sitting on the wall here, and this is where they project. I reposted the image, the video where at night, at 9 o'clock at night, during the summertime, they project images, art on the Mart. And we got all that. How's it going? Hey, how's it going? Yeah,
what's up, man?
YouTube. Say hello to YouTube.
From Chicago?
Yeah, I'm from Chicago, bro.
Chicago. Oh, I was gonna say welcome to Chicago.
Yeah,
well,
I got the tourist hat. Yeah.
What's the YouTube page about?
Just walk around Chicago. I got deleted from TikTok. I had 38,000 followers. They deleted me. I just walked around, you know, like how All Day New York City walks around New York City. I tried to do the same thing for Chicago, and they deleted my account. I went to Pullman. I went to Humboldt Park.
Oh, you was in
they
Pullman?
deleted. Yeah, isn't it? They got that historic site, all those buildings down there.
Yeah.
What you got? You guys from Chicago?
Yeah, we're from Chicago.
That's great. Isn't this a beautiful day? We got all Labor Day ahead of us.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking. Have a great day. I appreciate it. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. See? So, Brian Really Chicago, if you want to follow me on YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, it's good. That's awesome. Yeah, see, we got to have some people walking around Chicago. And Vic Cohen does such a great job, and Nate does a good job, and we got the taxi driver. Does anybody know the name of the taxi driver that drives around Chicago? I've been trying to reconnect with him. And, you know, since my account was deleted without warning, I didn't have his name written down, and I can't remember it off the top of my head. There's a taxi driver that drives around Chicago, and if anybody knows what his handle is, please let me know so I can reconnect with him. And see, that's the thing. There's so many people. Thank all of you for reconnecting with me and finding me, and I've reached out to as many people as I could, my moderators, and they've helped me out finding people. You know. Yeah, I know Chicago's not for everybody, and I'm not trying to promote it as, you know, the cat's meow. Look at the L going across the Wells Street there. That's scenes of the city. We'll head over. You know, I'm just showing the real city. Bad things happen in the city. Everybody knows it. I'm reminded of every day you watch the news. Horrible, tragic, you know, robberies, all kinds. I don't even want to bring it up. You know, people know. Cities are not for everybody. But I'm just showing that there's positive and negatives to everything, even Chicago. There are a lot of negatives. We won't focus on that. Other people will do that without us. We'll let them do that. And I'm enjoying that you guys appreciate good architecture, good weather, good people like we just talked to, just hanging out on the Riverwalk there, conversing with their fellow Chicagoans, you know. And look, across the way, we checked that out. They got the new Esplanade on the north side. That's the Wolf Point confluence, the new Salesforce Tower, and you can walk on that side of the river, which is great. The river walks not just on the south side of, you know, the loop side of the river. There's certain sections on the north side, and even going towards Navy Pier on the north side, east of Michigan. But here we're over by the confluence of the north and south branches of Chicago River. They got all these lake chairs that you can sit out. This is a great lawn here, and you can even see the art on the mart here. You can sit here. You can't hear the music, but you can see the video there. And is my stream still coming through? Yeah. I know. I have to be humble. I have to be humble because people get angry. They're like, why are you promoting Chicago? Chicago's a hellhole. I'm like, yeah, some of Chicago is, but not this, you know. You know, welcome to corporate America, you know. We still got gleaming skyscrapers. They're still building new housing, you know, and new high-rises all around. People are sitting out enjoying the sun, this beautiful 70-degree weather. We got sculptures. We'll go check out that sculpture over there. Lake Street Bridge. The L goes to pink, the pink and green lines that go across here. That's what it is. You hit the nail on the head. You know, and that's why I'm trying to change their perception, and they think it's fake. People say it's all fake. You're not really showing Chicago. Show us the real Chicago. What they mean is they want to see cop chases and car wrecks, and which exists in every city. Exists in every part of America. You know. Or we should be thinking about the people affected by the hurricane down there in Florida and Georgia. There, we're going up the stairs. Here's one of the bridge houses over the Lake Street Bridge. Yeah, look at the merchandise mart. People, that's where we were just at down there. We'll go across this bridge. These are all Basque bridges. They lift these to lift the sailboats back into the harbors. And you see that one's in the upright position. They keep that in the upright position because that's an old railroad bridge just south of the Kinsey Street Bridge. Yeah, I was just walking by and they're like, hello, you know, you filming from Chicago? They're like, yeah, just hanging out. You know, that's the real people. All power to the people. Yeah, look at that. So that's a railroad bridge that's in the upright position. Let's see if I can zoom in here. I'll pause here a second and we'll get closer to it. And then the Kinsey Street Bridge is behind it. It has beautiful views. If a tour boat goes underneath you, you're like, you can almost reach down and give people high fives in the boat. That's how close it goes to that low bridge, the Kinsey Street Bridge. And that's why, you know, this is the real Chicago. You know, I know I'm downtown a lot because I work downtown. People are like, get out of downtown, but we'll do it all in good time. Be patient. I got 150 of my 10-minute videos deleted where I went to 150 10-minute videos where I was on the west side and the south side, and TikTok deleted it. And there's not enough other people producing content from the west and south. Follow City Walking Girl. City Walking Girl's on Instagram. We got other people on other platforms, and I think she's on YouTube as well. And you know, there's more to life than we can live without TikTok. At least I can live without TikTok, especially now. Yeah, the real people in the real city. Look at this view. So yeah, we crossed over to the west side of the confluence of this is the North Branch. Again, this flows, they reversed this river. The main branch, here goes the L, here's the green line heading across the Lake Street Bridge here. And then we'll pan over to, yeah, they reversed this river, so it flows out of the lake, and then it goes down the South Branch and goes down to the Illinois River and out to the Mississippi. Look at this sculpture. This is a Calatrava sculpture. Calatrava is a famous structural engineer that also is an architect that designed the Milwaukee Museum of Art. The Milwaukee Museum of Art that has those wings that flap and change during the middle of the day right in downtown Milwaukee. Calatrava, he's designed a lot of bridges, and he was supposed to do the Chicago Spire, but it never came to fruition. So I'll keep walking here. I'm annoying this person. There, they got the chess. They got the chess here. Hey, you can sit out on the lawn. Look, they got bean bags. They got the little tables. You can sit on luncheon on the grass. You can play chess right there. Yeah, we can go back to Mr. Beef. We'll go back to Mr. Beef there on, that was on Orleans Street. And as long as my streaming connection holds out, it was a little spotty when I walked up Franklin. I was north of there, but hopefully, I think I did go by Mr. Beef. I don't know if I was filming in landscape. Let's see if I can find that. We went by there, I think about a week ago. But yeah, that's, look at this view. See how high up we are? You can see the Chicago's leading lady. Beautiful, clear, severe clear sunshine, beautiful blue skies. They got that upright railroad bridge that they leave in the upright position because the train doesn't go through there anymore. They used to deliver, like when the Sun Times, they deliver in the Tribune, it would deliver newspaper over to the warehouses and other things. Yeah, I know. It's a service, and Sarah reminded me of that. My great moderator, Sarah. She's like, you know, a lot of people watch because, you know, it's their way to get out and see the city, and all the people that grew up here, live in different areas that have a Chicago connection, or people that are just interested in cities. And yeah, people, not everybody can get out. And TikTok just banned me. You know, it's just like they don't even care. They don't even care. They really don't even care. You know, so we'll move to other platforms. Lessons learned. But here, look at the. You know, I got to be careful not to just complain all the time because it happens to other people too. You know, other good people have been banned for no good reason. And the people that should be banned never get banned because they don't really care. You know, do we expect corporations to really care? They only care when they need a bailout. Their stock price goes down. That's can you even buy TikTok stock? It's all privately owned. We don't even know where the profits are going. Yeah, I get tired of walking. Just like, you know, like everything in moderation. I'm going to take a lot of breaks this weekend. I got to pack and clean up my place and get ready for a move because they're going to redo my apartment, and I got to move to a smaller place, and I got like a month to do it. So I'm taking off of work tomorrow. I might go over to the beach sometime this weekend, but I'm not going to get locked into a schedule. So if you miss it, don't worry about it. I'll cut out if it's good footage, I'll cut out and put it in the reruns, and you can watch it. And that's the other good thing about YouTube, like this live right now. If you got to do something else, come back, check out my page, go to the live section. You can watch the whole live stream is recorded, and you can see the comments. You can see all the comments. That's why if there's a troll, we can see who the troll is, and I can remove them post hoc. That's something else I like about YouTube that I wish TikTok would have. TikTok doesn't care about the trolls. TikTok does not care that trolls violate their community guidelines all the time, because they can't do anything to stop it, and it actually drives up their engagement. They actually want people fighting on social media because it makes them more money. And here we'll go by the 150 North Riverside. Wow, it's a beautiful dog. Wow, that's great. Yeah, look at a beautiful dog. Let's go. So look how this building overhangs, and it's cantilevered because it's built on railroad air rights, and they had to do that because they couldn't use, there's train tracks underneath where we're at here. And look at the pink line coming through here. Scenes of the city. Welcome to Chicago. Yeah, Lindsay, please be nice to me. Please be nice to me. Yeah, I had to move. Yeah, there's always something going on. They got to redo the pipes in my bathroom and my kitchen, so if there's going to be contractors in there, they probably want me out, because then they can leave the door open and just work on it. There's Linnea boat going underneath the... yeah, we'll head back down through the theater district here. Yeah, when my sandal broke. Yeah, you remember that? I was walking in the waves there. Yeah, thanks for remembering that. I think that was on Instagram still. Yeah, or is that on YouTube? Is that on YouTube? Yeah, I can't remember when I made the switch. But look at this nice little plaza here. You can sit down in the circle and you can sit out here, and there's restaurants, porter stands right there. There's a small cheval. See the small chevals everywhere. There's a small cheval right here. Here's the Brown Bag Seafood Company. Get your, oh my God, yeah. And you see how there's a glass atrium on this side. The same thing. It's cantilever. Look how they put all those balconies on that. Oops, there went my gimbal. I got to be careful. I'm still getting used to the landscape. If I turn it in weird angles, it snaps like that. Yeah. Oh yeah. I hit the button accidentally, and it flipped the camera around. That was on Streamlabs. You're right. And yeah, so I do show my face. It's just hidden. That's the third video where I showed my face. The first one was the pirate video, and that was way back when I was in Texas. And TikTok deleted that. So the video where you got the clearest view of my face, besides the one Lisa's talking about, is the pirate video. And then when I met Darren Monroe, I met him online, but when I met him in person, when he stopped down and said hello when I walked past his place, I did it, but I didn't stick on the camera long enough. And then that's the third one. My beard's all hairy and weird, and I didn't expect it. You can see the shock on my face when I hit the button and it flipped the camera around, and there I was real close to the camera, my mugshot. You can give that to the police when they arrest me for posting videos that violate TikTok's community standards. Look at the Salesforce Tower. Chicago River, the South Branch here, south of the confluence. Look at this Bank of America building they got. Same thing, they got it cantilevered over the river there. And here, I'm gonna run to get across the street here. We got 12 seconds and I can do it. I'll fall flat on my face and you'll see me fall live streaming. The Sears Tower is that way, or the Willis Tower, whatever you want to call it. We're crossing Wacker. You see how some of the traffic comes out of Lower Wacker here and come up the center. If you ever seen the Blues Brothers, they jump cars there. They come flying out of the lower part and jump police cars. Look at this 155 North Wacker. And then right up here, there's the building where the Darren Monroe told me on this. It's where the wigwam where they picked Abraham Lincoln to be the nominee for the 1860 Republican ticket, and that's a historic spot where they built that building for the convention, I think, or it goes back to that era. And I know they had something similar to it in New York with Tammany Hall, where they called it the wigwam and all that stuff, and they had one here in Illinois where Abraham Lincoln was nominated for the 1860 Republican ticket, which he won. Hello, Angel. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks for prompting people to watch. I appreciate that. Yeah, you get more engagement. That's the way to do it. Thanks for plugging my videos. I appreciate it. So there's the CNA. The CNA building used to be the red building over on Wabash that you could see from the Buckingham Fountain, but now they moved there. And that building's cantilevered over the corner too. It has like a missing column. Here's like the AstroTurf area. But look at that silver column is holding the whole corner. You notice there's not a column on the corner. And we're across the street here. There's a great view to the Sears Tower, the Willis Tower, whatever you want to call it. Right there. There you can get the whole Sears Tower, Willis Tower looking down Franklin. That's a nice view. Scenes of the city. Welcome to Chicago. And then this is what I'm talking about. See how there's not a column on the corner. We're looking, I'm gonna make sure I don't lose my gimbal here. We're looking straight up. Let me back up a little bit. Look at that. And see how there's not a column. Structural engineers love this. They transfer the load to these other columns on the side, and then you have this big open corner plaza for the Left Coast Food and Juice. This is the CNA Center, 151 North Franklin. We're on Randolph, heading east. Yeah. Hey, that's great. Come out and visit Chicago in springtime. Hey, if you check your dates, they usually we dye the river green for St. Patrick's Day in March. Check when the Saturday before St. Patrick's Day is usually when they dye the river green. So if you're coming to Chicago in March, you might be able to see the Green River if you want to. And you don't have to be Irish. Everybody comes out and enjoys it and it's a good party weekend. Kind of like the official end of winter. Everybody has all this pin-up energy. And it'll still feel like winter in March usually. But yeah. Thanks for loving the history. Dro on the go. That's great. And thanks for coming to Chicago, paying a visit. I'll try to give you a good overview before we get to March. Keep watching the videos and the reruns and talking to people like Lisa and others that have been following my account for months. Appreciate that. Here, yeah, we're heading. This is the Wells Street part of the loop where the train. You see the train moving over there in the distance. And here we got some outdoor seating. Here's the Palace Theater behind us. Yeah, let's go check out Daily Plaza. We got time. I started late. Here's the Hotel Allegro right next to the Cadillac Palace Theater. Yeah, springtime. Sometimes the trees started turning green early in April this year, and I don't know if it's because of, you know, whatever you want to call it. I call it climate change. I know not everybody believes in that, but to me, the trees started turning green earlier this year than normal. Now, that might be my imagination. I know, you know, people will tell me it's my imagination, or it certainly has nothing to do with global warming. Yeah, right? Or climate change, or fires in Hawaii, or Maui. Greece is on fire. Canada's on fire. Australia was on fire. The West, thankfully, we got some rain. There's the City Hall, Chicago City Hall, and Cook County building. We've gone through there many times before. And this will be a great view to the Board of Trade. Chicago Board of Trade here. Yeah, thanks for being excited. Here we'll show you the vista looking straight down LaSalle Street. This used to be the financial center of Chicago. It's a shadow of what it used to be, because even before the pandemic, so much of the trading went electronic. And heck, they got the feet in the window. That's great. They're waiting for the pedestrians to cross here. We'll cross over, and I'll get you a nice view of the Ceres statue on top of the Board of Trade there at the foot of LaSalle Street in Chicago. Here we got the walk. So here, yeah, it's looking straight down LaSalle Street. Nice vintage skyscrapers. We'll go back down there. We'll go back into the Rookery, and I'll film a landscape, and we'll do that early in the morning sometime, and then I'll cut out the footage. But here, yeah, let's go this way. Let's continue to walk down LaSalle Street so I can show you this great vista. Let me turn back. Let me zoom out just a little bit, and then I'll turn the comments back on. Yeah, that shows you how it's gaslighting. You know, it's become a political. It's almost like the culture wars. You know, it's like I understand people not wanting to believe in the science because it is depressing, but to flat out just say it's a lie and nothing's happening, well, every year we have more and more evidence, you know, and we're past like a tipping point, you know, and it shows you we believe what we want to believe, and politicians know that, and big oil companies know that, and all they have to do is lobby and convince people, you know, and take the easier route, which is to do nothing. And I'll get off of this because I don't want to. I try to stay as neutral as I can, like a news program, because I know my audience spans the left and the right. I got a lot of new followers that are from Canada that are angry with Trudeau, and you know, I respect people's differing opinion. I don't have all the answers. I don't claim to be a Mr. Know-it-all. I get things wrong sometimes too, but you know, we got to have the discussion, and people don't even want to have the discussion, you know, and that's a chilling effect. Yeah.
Yeah, he just got.
No, it's fine. Thanks, Lindsay, and thanks, Joe on the Grow. And it's something I learned from live streaming is that even something as I would go to the Lincoln Park Zoo, and I would get hate mail for going to a zoo, because some people are really offended by zoos, that they exist, and they think they're but that ain't gonna stop me from going to the Lincoln Park Zoo. It's a free zoo. Kids seem to enjoy it. Parents, it's a great place for families to go. It's free. They have more room for the animals than ever. They doubled the size of the lion exhibit and got rid of the tigers. They have a larger rhino exhibit because they got rid of the elephants, you know. And look, free speech right there. It's great, you know. People can stand in Daily Plaza. It's a public plaza that people can express their opinions, and that's their right. Here's the pigeons. Look at that. But here, we'll head over to this farmer's market. Welcome to Daily Plaza. There's the Picasso. We've been here before. But look at this great farmer's market going on. Hey, pigeon cameos. They're all hanging by the fountain here. Well, here, look at this. Para's Farms, Benton Harbor, Michigan. Right here, look at the carrots and peppers and tomatoes and potatoes and berries, and wow, isn't this great? You come out here and have your lunch. Yeah, this is great for people watching. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, they're starting to break down the tents. The people get out here early. There, smoking. Look at these hot sauce. They got all the crazy hot sauce. Look at this, yeah. Smoking Globe hot sauce. Soap. It's got soaps. Yeah. Event, but I must have missed it. Maybe it already happened. And what a beautiful day for a farmer's market. On Wednesday, we were at the Green City Market in Lincoln Park. Now we're at the one at Daily Plaza. They have these all over the city. I heard the one in Logan Square is so large they had to shut down more streets to traffic. And Benton Harbor, yeah, there's a lot of beautiful farms up that way. You ever go to Warren Dunes? I've been to Warren Dunes, which is just south. Sweet bell peppers and melons. Isn't this great? All throughout the summer we got these farmers markets where people from surrounding farms can bring their wares into the city. Get some popcorn right on the ear. Banana peppers. There's the Picasso. Yeah. Cities are great places for people watching. There's Channel 2 News. The bikes are going by. Yeah, we'll head across Dearborn. And we'll head back towards Michigan Avenue. So thanks for coming along for a little lunchtime stroll. Beautiful weather. Farmers market. People strolling through the city lunchtime. There, Chicago's Lakeshore Hotel, 49th and Lakeshore Drive. Goodman Theater's up that way. So we'll leave Daily Plaza, City Hall. We'll head across Dearborn here. See, there's a big food court right there. Urban space, I think that's what they call it. We went in there, but then I lost my connection, so I'm afraid to go in there again. But we're heading down Wabash. There's CBS. So we'll cross State Street, and the Chicago Theater will be north of us. Carson Prairie Scott, which is now the Gothic Target, and the Palmer House Hilton will be to our south, and Macy's Marshall Fields will be to our north as we cross State Street here. And yeah, it looks like a media truck. Look at that. They got the equipment on the top there. Here's a vintage Chicago skyscraper right here. I think it's called the Reliance Building. It's one of the early steel frame construction buildings. They got the Stay Pineapple Hotel right there. And look, there's a Chicago fire engine, number 13. Number 13, we see that all the time downtown. Look how nice it looks there in the sun. Turning on Wabash, and there's the Muddy Waters mural. We got the light here, so let's cross the street. There's the Chicago Theater, Block 37. Here's looking south on State Street, that great street. Look at the clock tower. This is part of Marshall Fields, which is now Macy's, but they still use those clock towers on their candy. You can still get Marshall Field candy. And there's looking north on State Street up to the Marina Towers. See, Marshall Field and Company. State Street in Washington. Yeah, look at all the people in the loop. Summertime, people are back. Wintertime, there was hardly anybody on the street. Everybody's like, where'd everybody go? Everybody was working from home. No one was taking the Metro. No one was commuting. Here comes the L coming by. Scenes of the city. Look at that. It was a short train. That was a pink line. Like 4 cars. The city's bumping. Bumping and jumping. And look how they built over top of the alley. The real estate was so valuable, they used the air rights above the alley to connect the buildings. And there's the Pittsfield building. You go to Pittsfield Cafe. And again, if you miss any of my live streams, just go to my YouTube page. You go to the live tab, and the whole, usually hour-long, cutting out right now because my feed went down. So I'm learning the areas where there's dead zones. So I'm going to rush across here and try to get it back. See, I spoke too soon. There, it's going back up. So I just went through a cell phone shadow. So my feed probably cut out a little bit. I apologize for that. I'm learning. I use a lot of bandwidth when I live stream in landscape. It's a lot more pixels, and so I lose connectivity in certain areas of the city, and I'm relearning what areas I lose connectivity. So I dropped out there for a second. Hopefully I'll come back and I don't lose everybody, but thanks for bearing with and you can live in this building. It might be complete. See if we can get across the street here. Never stop walking. Somebody said you get tired of walking. We got to keep walking. Keep walking every day. If you can. If you can, I understand. And not, you know, whatever your ability allows. If you can't, you can watch. You can watch me walking, which is fine. See, we'll head up to Millennium Park here. Check out the nice wildflowers. So I don't know if they got events going on this weekend. If they have events, these lead checkpoints, sometimes there's still curfews in place for Millennium Park and the Bean. Is my connection holding up? Yeah, there's where the outdoor ice skating rink is. Here, I'll show it to you. Right there is the outdoor ice skating rink. And then there's another ice skating ribbon across the way where they have climbing walls and stuff. I won't be able to get to the edge there because they got it fenced off. But here, I'll show you how the Bean's fenced off right now. And we'll get views of the Pritzker band shell. And we can go down to the Crown Fountain, see if the water's spitting out. Oh yeah, so hopefully we'll be back being able to live stream on all 3 platforms for the holiday lights. We got the zoo lights, we got a bunch of other stuff coming up. We got Halloween, all the Halloween decorated buildings. See how they have the fence here. This is where, welcome to Millennium Park, welcome to Chicago. See how they have the Beans under construction. It's not the Bean itself. They're not moving the Bean. They're just ripped up. Let me extend the arm here so I can get over the fencing here. They ripped up the pavement, the concrete pavement around the Bean, and they're going to replace it. And it was cracking and buckling, and it looked all uneven. Not really uneven. It was just different shades of concrete. So they're gonna. Is that coming through okay? Can't see what I'm filming. There we go. There's the Bean. That's as close as we can get. He's on behind a fence here. And hey, I still got a strong connection. You guys able to see this okay? Michigan looking through the fence. Yeah, Michael, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Village over there set up. I'm sure there'll be some event going on. Yeah, well, that Crown Fountain area. Yeah, I'm still dropping. I'm down to 1,300 kilobits, so I'm probably cutting out now. This is such a shame. Man, there it's coming back. Now it's coming back up. So I'm learning the areas where I can go and where I can't go. That's the notorious shadow there for the Bean. I thought it was going away, but here we are. We're at the Crown Fountain here in Millennium Park. I cut out there for a second. Hopefully this footage will come back and we'll be able to get a cycle of them spitting the water out, and then I'll head back to work. So sorry I cut out there for a second. I should be back now. We made it to the Crown Fountain. I wasn't able to go to the Pritzker Pavilion because my connection was dropping out, so we'll try to get down here and get in position. And since it's a cool day, there's not as many people waiting in the water. This is the Crown Fountain. Chicagoans volunteered to have their faces projected on here, and every 5 minutes they cycle through and then they pucker up and spit out water. And if it was a warmer day, there would be more kids. Yeah, I'm back. Good. Yeah, I know I went out. I noticed my bandwidth was dropping here. I could see the kilobits per second when I got close to the Pritzker band shell. So the usual Millennium Park connectivity issues persist, but at least I'm able to film down here by the Crown Fountain, and we'll wait here until it cycles through, and we'll talk about the Michigan Avenue street wall here, all the beautiful buildings behind the trees here. And you see how there's the glass sculptures up there, and that's where Montgomery Ward's used to be. That building's the Chicago Athletic Association, which is now a hotel. You can go in the lobby. We'll do that in landscape mode. We'll do that for a rainy day. There's the University Club, and then there's the Monroe Building. And then these are that's the Gage. That's a Louis Sullivan building. All these are historic buildings along the Michigan Avenue street wall, right across from the Crown Fountain, that you can visit. Except for the University Club, still private. But you can go inside the Monroe Building because that's where the Pritzker Military Museum is. And man, we're having a great day. Beautiful weather. I'm off work tomorrow, so I just got to go in the afternoon. I'll try to live stream on my walk home from work. I might take a longer route home tonight, and you know, we might head over to Fulton Market or do something else since it's such a beautiful weather day. But I'm just waiting here for the fountains to spit out the water, and it might take as long as 5 minutes. Every time I get here, it seems that I always get here and have to wait a long time for it to do it. But since I'm here, I'm going to wait around. We'll get closer over here. I hope you're having a good day too, Devin. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everybody for dealing with. I'm still learning the areas I can't go because of connectivity issues. Hey, they're having fun in the water. That's good. So we got the food trucks over here. Let me zoom into the food trucks. So behind, usually on Monroe, they got the food trucks all lined up by the Art Institute there. So we're just waiting for these fountains to pucker up and do their magic. And it always seems like it takes longer than 5 minutes when you miss it. Okay, they're laying in the water there. There we go. Looks like they're getting ready. There it goes. Yeah, look at that. So there's the Crown Fountain. Both sides, they spit out the water, and then usually the kids go and splash around in it. Look at that. Look how nice that is. And it doesn't last long. It doesn't last long, but people seem to enjoy it every time it cycles through. And then you have to run. You have to run behind it when it ends, because it'll see it doesn't last long. But it's great for kids, and even adults like it. And then if you miss it, you can go on the side here, as I always say, and get wet on the side, which the fountain's always going. So hopefully that was worth it. I don't know. It's hot in Georgia today. Good. And I'm glad you got past that hurricane. Hopefully, I'm glad you got the worst was over. It blew through really quickly. I saw some areas were flooding. I think there's still some people without electricity, but I'm glad you made it through the hurricane. And it's hot. It's been a hot summer in Georgia, I'm sure. We've had a pretty mild one here in Chicago relative to the rest of the nation, so we'll take that. And yeah, Angel. Yeah, Chris is going to the Dells. Have a good time at the Dells, Chris. And your bag's already packed. Yeah, you're going to play pinball tonight. Go to the Woodfield Mall and then go to the Dells. Yeah, I want to see some TikToks from the Dells. Are you taking Maddie too? That'd be a good trip. And if not, that's fine too. Sometimes it's easier not to take the dog, you know. But have a good trip there at Wisconsin Dells. It should be a nice weather weekend. I see sunshine in the forecast every day. It's going to be hot, but it still feel like summer, which is good. Yeah, go to the Dells. Some good video opportunities. Look how you can see to the dome of the Jewelers building over there behind the Cultural Center, and there's the Smurfett Stone building, the Diamond. A lot of trees down. Good. Most of your town has power back. That's good. So there's still some people without power. It's localized to trees and certain streets. Yeah. Well, hopefully that'll be the last hurricane you have to deal with. I know we're just getting started with hurricane season. There might be other ones, you know, lurking around, hitting other areas of the Gulf or the East Coast, or even the West Coast. The West Coast got a hurricane too already. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, the Dells. Yeah, there's some funky bars up there too in that little Wisconsin Dells strip, you know. And get some cheese curds. The healthy Wisconsin food, yeah. Maddie's staying with mom, yeah, getting spoiled. Well, that'll be nice. So Maddie will have a good weekend with mom, and you can have a good weekend in the Dells, and yeah, the side trip. See, people from Chicago in the summertime always used to go to the Dells. You know, just like in New York, they would go up to the Adirondacks or something. Chicago, people would go to Michigan, or they would go to Wisconsin. And, you know, of course, Wisconsin people hate that. They see Illinois license plate and they want to run you out of town. But I'm sure Wisconsin Dells appreciates the tourism money. They got all those water parks, you know. Yeah, we like it when people from Wisconsin come to Chicago. I even complimented the Boston guy that heckled me. I'm like, well, thanks for spending your money in Chicago at least. You know, I know you don't like the Cubs, but you know, at least you spent some money at our hotels. Good for you, you know. So here, yeah, we'll cross Randolph. We got the light. We'll head up Michigan, get you a nice view of the Wrigley building, and then I'll sign off, go back to work. I'll be on later this evening. I don't expect anybody to be on because I know it's Friday, Thursday. Thursday's the new Friday. Chris has pinball to play and people got stuff to do, places to go. Hope everybody has a great Labor Day. If I don't see you the rest, and if I do, you know, I'll see you tonight. We'll talk more tonight and on my way home from work. And then we'll see what's happening over the weekend. I might just go out to the beach. That might be the only thing I do. And here we'll go underneath the scaffolding here. Louis the Child. Yeah, they put this all up when Lollapalooza was going on and it's being ripped apart. There we can zoom in and see the crowds there. Let me get you. Yeah, have a good day, Angel. You'll be on tonight. I'll look for you, Devin. That's great. Thanks for tuning in. See, we'll zoom in, get the Michigan Avenue vista of the Wrigley building. Go past the shops here. We'll go past Garrett's Popcorn. We'll go past what is this? A smoothie bar. There's Garrett's on the right. Ball on the fun, yeah. Garrett's. Lids, get your hat. Stan's Donuts, Bubblicious, Bubble Tea. Across the way, there's American Writers Museum. And then here's seating for Stan's Donuts and Nando's and Nutella. Yeah, see you later, Michael. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks for tuning in. I'll get back to you on that building. We'll try to find out that building that was altered for the L. Thanks for asking good questions. And thanks for your help and support, everybody. Spread the word. People are still finding us. We'll get to 1,000 on TikTok. And we'll go from there. So have a great Thursday. Enjoy this weather. And stay safe. I'll talk to you all later. Have a great day.